Alright, so I'll be making use of this fabric and I'll start my measurement from the back part of the shirt. Okay, but before that, you have to fold into two. And when you fold into two, you divide the bust, which is 40 by 4 inches. We have 10. So 10 plus 2 inches. That's what you have. That's what you will have for the chest area of the back shirt. Mark 2.5 inches for the upper part of the back shirt. 2.5 inches. And you fold it like this, okay? The point where you fold it, that's where you're going to get your length of shirt from, okay? From that point you folded, you mark your full length of shirt, which is 25 plus 2 inches, making it 27 inches. So now, do you see what I'm doing? You remember the back part we cut out? I placed it on the front part. I placed it on the front part, okay, so I can get my allowance for the collar. So that's what I'm doing right now. For the front, you'll be needing I think a total of 5 inches. That's 5 inches. So do you remember this 2.5 inches line we added to the back? Fold it like this. Then push it upwards. Okay, when you push it upwards, remove the 2 inches, push it upwards, then you get the front length. But add 1 inches to the front length for sewing allowance. So we've cut out the front part now, okay, minus these 2 inches for the shoulders. Do you see? So I just want to place the front shirt on the back part of the shirt to see how far I've gone. Please arrange the shirt like this. Remember, the back part comes forward. The 2 inches comes forward like this on top of the front. This is the front layer of the shirt with the extra 5 inches we added. You place the front part, which has the 5 extra inches, place it on the back part of the shirt so we can get our neck and our shoulders perfectly well. So here's what you're going to do now that you've gotten it just the way I did. Mark your 2 inches like this and you slant with a ruler forward towards the midpoint of the shirt. All right, from the edge to the midpoint, you slant it like this. Go ahead and cut it out. Okay, now that you've done that, you can bring it downwards like this. Bring the front part downwards. Just adjust it so you know everything is in place properly. Okay. Now, do you see we're already having the shape we wanted? How normal shirt should look like. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the shoulder. My normal shoulder is 16 inches, but I'm adding 2. Then I'll go ahead and divide it by 2. So meaning I'm dividing 18 inches by 2, which is 9. So I'm going to mark my 9 on the shirt like this. The midpoint of 8 inches is 4 to get your curve. To get your curve, you see, now go in by half an inch. Here I marked my 4. Okay, what I want to do here is to get the roundness of the neck, okay? But this particular point, I just want to mark it with a shock. So I'll know my roundness of neck. I'll cut at that point before curving everything out very well. So the width of the neck, 3 inches. The length also, which is the depth, 3 inches. Then you curve it. Make sure you curve everything to the back parts of the shirt. Curve it this way to the back neck, just like I did. And cut it out. Okay, stop at this point when cutting it out. You see, just curve it just exactly the way I did. So I'm marking 1.5 inches where my button point will be. You see, 1.5 inches. Remember, we added a total of 5 inches to the front, but definitely 1.5 inches will go for the overlapping of the buttons. Then about 3.5 will go in for the vintage collar. So this is it. You fold it like this. So if you notice, I've not cut everywhere completely. Just fold it like this and cut all through. Sorry, let me turn it so you can see very well. Just arrange it properly so your 1.5 will still be there for you before folding in your 3.5. So, okay, then you can cut out completely. You see, you fold your allowance before cutting it out so you get a perfect curve. Then you can go ahead and open the middle point of your front shirt. So just notch the spot where your button is going to stop so you won't make mistakes. Do you see? So I already have my point for button. Go ahead and open it. Open the front shirt. Okay, so this is what I was trying to explain to you. Look at this spot. Do you see the curve of the overlapping flowed in very well with the neck? You see why it's necessary to fold before giving it a complete curve. Okay, then go ahead and add your gum stain to the button area, this 3.5, this particular. So now what I want to do, I want to attach the shoulders together. Remember, our shoulders will be going like this. The back comes forward and this is the front part. Do you see? Okay, so do the same thing for the second side of the shoulders. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to get the slope for your sleeve. Mark 4 inches. We want to cut out our sleeve now. This 4 inches is to help us get the curve, and you curve it like this for your sleeve. Okay, our roundness of sleeve is 11 divided by 2 is 5.25. Alright, so I'll mark my 5.25, then extra 3 inches for the sleeves roundness. You know, we don't want a fitted sleeve because of the style we're doing, which is vintage. Or me, I like to still add like 4 inches on a whole. Like, I just want extra, so I'll be on the safe side. Okay, so cut it out. The length of the sleeve is 10 plus 4, and you go ahead and cut it out. Okay, after you cut it out, I will show you how to shaping your sleeves. All right. Okay, I found out that the length of the sleeve is too long, so I'm going to reduce it. It's just too long by half an inch. I'm having like, I think 14 point something here. It's just too long. So I reduce. You can reduce yours to 13 depending on what you want. Okay, so remember I told you our roundness was 5.25. I marked that spot, this particular point. Then you add your extra inches. Please go with what you feel like, okay? Just my very own self, I like to make use of 4 inches as my extra allowance for my sleeve. Okay, so I marked that point for the 4 inches. Then you slope it down, slope it upwards. You see, like I'm doing right now, down. But don't cut out just like that. So you have to fold your 2 inches, which is the extra you did for your folding, before you give it that curve. Okay, take note, you fold your 2 inches inwards like this, just like I'm doing right now, before giving it your curve for the sleeve roundness. It's exactly what I'm doing. Then you cut it out.
Remember, we're done. This are we have one
Okay,
interval. Okay.
all right, so we're already making progress. You can see I'm already getting that shape. Please, it's optional. Not everybody must put gum stain at the button area of their shirt. Okay, you can just only put in the neck area. But I just wanted my collar to be a bit firm. Okay, if you don't want to put, that's fine by you, depending on what you want to achieve. Okay, so I want to get the roundness of the collar. to mark our point where the back collar will start from. Okay, this particular point, I want mine to start from there. So I marked it. I mark it. Then I'm going to. So I got a roundness of 15. So what you have, you transfer it to get your color. But you don't just cut the exact 15, please. Add like extra 1.5 inches or 2 for sewing allowance. Okay, and just cut it out. Okay, so we'll be using the width of about 5 inches. You can make yours 4 inches, please, if you want a smaller wideness of back collar. Okay, so make use of 5. By the time I sew, to reduce to 4.5. Okay, you can curve it like this. All right, just give it a curve towards the end, probably subtract 1 inches from the edge of the collar. See, to give it this curve. Okay, so already having that shape already for the back collar. So please, the next thing you do, go ahead and add gum stain to the back collar. Please, not the strongest one, the medium size of gum stain, the one that is not too strong, not too light. Okay, but I want to reduce the width of the collar here. It's too high. Okay, so just reduce yours a little. I don't want my back collar to be higher than my neck. It will look so obvious and annoying. Okay, so at least everything should be done in moderation. Okay. Okay, so this is how the back collar looks like. All right, so the next thing you want to do is to sew the edge of the back collar by just half an inch. Just the edge. Okay, so this is how it looks. So once you attach it now, this, so just the point where you want your collar to start from. Mine is starting at about 1.5, so I place my collar there. You see, but before that, I'm just showing you each process very well. Just notch the point, then okay, open it. That particular point you notched, place the collar there, turn the overlapping across like this carefully. Just ensure. Okay, then just sew this all round, half an inch. Just go around like this, the same way. But I stopped sewing first. Why? Because I want to check to see what I'm doing. You have to check. You don't just sew to see if you're on track. Okay. Now I just stopped sewing the collar. I went to check very well. You see, I'm already getting there. We already have that shape. By the time you are done with the shirt and you fold it, you already have your vintage shirt collar. Do you see? So go ahead and pin. I prefer you pin the collar all round. Just pin it till you the other side of the front shirt. Check if yes. Do you see? So perfect. My length of collar is perfect. It stopped at the other point. Exactly where I want it to be, 1.5. You see, so you have to check. Then you can now continue your sewing process. Okay? Please, if you have watched this video to this point, I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and please ensure you watch this video to the end. Okay, thank you so much. Please leave a comment if there are areas you would like me to throw more light on. All right, thank you, and please remember to also give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'll be uploading more videos on other styles soon. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate. You can see I'm taking my time to show you both the sewing process and the cutting process. I don't just cut and leave you hanging. No, each process has different stages. Okay, so I've stitched the collar part all around. Look at the points. You see, that's where my collar stopped. Go all around. Okay, so I'm done with that. It's time for us to set the collar. Just ensure you set it properly. This is the main part of the shirt. Take your time, set it properly. You see, I'm already having the shape. So just it's time for us to iron this part. Okay. So just arrange very well, please. Do not rush this process, alright? Keep adjusting till you get what you want. Please don't mind me, I just needed something to hold it down, alright? You can use anything to hold that part down. Alright, so it's time to iron. Okay. Alright, you see, we're already having the shape. It's so beautiful. So perfect. Okay. But when I'm done with the full shirt, I'll still iron all over again. Okay. So I want to show you the next part, which has to do with joining the sleeves. So this point, you don't just place it on the shoulders like I know it's wrong. Here's what you have to do. You pick from the back. Just pick it this way. First, ensure the tip is accurate. Hold it. Then you notch the shoulders. Wherever the shoulders stop, notch it. That's where your sleeves, you start sewing your sleeves from. That will be your midpoint now, because it aligns perfectly well. So attach the sleeves by 1/2 inch all round. So here's a finished look. holes. Alright, this is how it looks. Everything looking very perfect, the colors. So iron properly and just follow the procedure I showed you.